In today's session, we will be seeing about array indexing, slicing and iterating. What is array indexing? So in NumPy, if you could see, indexing is used to access an element from an array by giving it an index that starts from 0. So let us take a small example. Okay, suppose you're going to have a file which consists of the documents, like depending upon your resume or your extracurricular activities and your technical events, what you have participated, non-technical events. Suppose if you are going to label for all these 4, and when you're going to attend an interview, if you're going to just put it in 4 covers in a file, and if you're going to take this, labeling will help us to take and give the data immediately. Similarly, if I want to search for a data or identify one particular data, this indexing will be useful. Now, as far as the array indexing is concerned, for 1D array indexing or generally for an array indexing, so you have two types of indexing. The general index is a positive oriented, where it starts from, suppose if I have a data 1 3 5 7 9, the indexing will be 1 2 3 4. If I want to access the 9, so I will be giving the index as 4. Similarly, I can also go in for a negative indexing, wherein it starts from -5, -4, -3, -2 and -1. So the first data is given a highest negative value and -1, so that will have the least value. Now, we'll move on to a sample code. Now, I've given an array np.array 1 3 5 7 9. Okay, and what has been asked for to print the index, the element which is present in the index 0, 2 and 4. Now this is a data 1 3 5 7 9. We are taking it from the array. Now I am just doing the indexing. It should not start from 1, it should start from 0. So 0 1 2 3 4. What has been, I have asked to print the statement 0 2 4. So 0 2 and 4, it corresponds to which element? The indexing. 0 2 4 indexing corresponds to the value 1 5 and 9, that is getting printed. Now in the next sample, I have taken the same data, but the indexing is given as -1. So this example will just tell us how to do the normal indexing as well as the negative indexing. So now if you could see, which is shown in green color, -1. So this indexing corresponds to the value 9. So this value 9 is getting printed on the code. Now we'll move on for your 2D array indexing. Here, if you could see, the given array is 1 3 5 7 9 2 and 4 6 8. So once I am writing the array, immediately for the row wise and column wise, I am just putting the indexing. Indexing, as I said, it should always start from 0. So 0 1 2 and 0 1 2. Now we'll move on to the first command, array of 1, colon. Okay, so that means I am going to access this particular data which is going to be present in the index. This represents row, and after the comma it represents the column. Okay, so now what is the thing which is shown in green color? Kindly go here, and here if you could see, pertaining to the index 1, the values available are 792, which is shown in green color. So when I want to take the particular second row alone for my own application, so I can apply this command 1, colon. Now suppose if I want to access some other, the third column of an array. So what I'll give, colon, 2. So this represents the column. So you just go to the column 0 1 2, so which is shown in orange color. So this 5 2 8 will be extracted. So just by indexing whatever the value we want, so we will be able to obtain easily for our application. Now 3D array indexing. Here when I say it as 3D component should be there, right? So here you should know these 3 lines. What is the first index? It is called as a slice. The second index refers to the column, row, and the third index refers to the column. Now we have just taken a sample data 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and another array with 13 to 24. Okay, so now this is first divided into two subdivisions. So each one is called as a slice. So initially this will take the value of 0 and this will take the value of 1. Now what is the command given? Array of 1 to 1. So that is the command which we have to incorporate for your 3D indexing. So this 1 represents that I have to take the data from the second bunch. Okay, so this data I have taken and put it separately. Immediately what I am writing? 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. The index I am writing. So and this is one bunch and this is second bunch. So each is called as a slice. Now it has been mentioned as 1. So I have to take the data or the indexing corresponding to the data obtained from here. Now the second thing what it is said, the second index refers to the row. Which row? Second row. So second row is indicated by the green color one. So I am going to take some elements from this depending upon my command. What is the next thing? Third one, 1, that refers to the column. So go to the column here. So depending upon the column, what is the data allocated, which is shown in orange hexagon? So it is nothing but your 22. So the output is 22. So you are just finding the slice, then see the corresponding row, and then you are finding the corresponding value. So suppose if I want to pick a particular value from an array by its indexing, it is possible. Now we will move on to the concept called as slicing. What is array slicing? If I want to take a part of the element from my array for my application, it is called as slicing. What is the syntax? Array, the start and the stop is given, the start point and the end point of the array is given, and the step size has been given. What has been included here? Stop. Stop, it is called as exclusive. So exclusive means no need to take that element, and step refers to the step size. So what is the input data it is given? 1 to 6. Okay, so those data I have written it here. Accordingly the indexing immediately I am putting it here. 0 to 8. Okay, I put an arrow mark to show that it is indexing. That is 0 to 8 is the indexing value. Now what is the command? Array 1 of 2 is to 6. That means I have to pick up the elements only from 2 to 6. The step size has not been specified. Only the start and the stop has been mentioned. So you come here 2 to 6. But what is the command given in stop? It is exclusive. So I am taking the index corresponding to 2 to 5. What are the values variable? I have just given in an orange square bracket. So 5, 7, 8, 9. So that is the data that is getting printed. So I have used the same color. For the first command it is 5, 7, 8, 9, which is shown by an orange color arrow mark. Now the next thing. So next command is array 1 of 0 is to 8 is to 2. That means the starting element is 0, the ending element is your 8, and you have to take the values, the index from 0 to 8, and the step size is 2. So now the second command is shown by the blue color. You can see. So step size is to 1, 5, 8, 2 and 6. Okay. So we will take all the elements in steps of 2, which is shown by the hexagons. Okay. So don't worry whether it is orange or blue color hexagon. So 1, 5, 8, 2 and 6 should be included, but 6 is exclusive. So these 4 datas are added. If you see the blue color one, 1, 5, 8, 2. You can see the output here. Now the second thing is array 1 of the next command is 3 is to colon. That is from the index 3 I have to take all the elements. Okay, from the index 3 means from the 7 I am going to take all the elements. Now the last command, okay, array 1 of colon. They have not given the row, they have not given the start point, they have not given the end point. That means as usual my input data will be taken because neither the starting point nor the stopping point is specified. So if I want to print the array as it is, I just give the command array 1 of square bracket, inside if I give colon. Now the next thing we'll see how to analyze for a 2D array. Okay, so in this array if you see the row start stop command, so you have the only difference is that you have for your row as well as for your column, you are going to have for your row or column or your step size, everything you will have the start point and your stop point. Okay, Now they've just taken an example 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 2, 4, 6, 8. Our data has been given. Immediately what is the next step? Put the index 0, 1, 2 and here the index is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now the first command is I want to slice the array to get the first two rows and columns. I want to pick up only the first two rows and columns. So what is the command am I supposed to give? Okay, so now when I give colon is to 2 comma colon is to 2, so whenever I am going to move here, it just take the first two rows and the first two columns, so which is shown in a blue color. So for my first command, it will consider only the first two rows and columns which has been outputted here in your, which is shown in blue color. Now next thing, suppose I want to slice the array to get the last two rows and columns. So what am I giving? It is shown in the pink color. So okay, pink or red color. 1 is to 3. 1 is to 3 means I have to take the rows from 1 to 3. But here third row is not available. So I am just putting a black color line to show that I have to take only these datas 1 and 2. That refers to the row. But whereas column which is shown in the green color 2 is to 4. Okay, I have to take the columns 2 is to 4. But what is the column available? It is only 2 and 3. 4 is not available. So we can leave it. Now out of 1 is to 3, I have to take 2 is to 4. So that comes as your green color answer. That is the, which is inside the green color box. Okay, so that is your 13, 15 and 6, 8. So if I want to slice the last column, last two rows and columns, we can give the command accordingly, so as to obtain some particular value, some portions of the array value for our application. Now the last topic, that is iterating the array. Iterating the array, it is nothing but a quick and a easy way to do something repeatedly. Okay, so it could be either I can go in for a 1D array iteration or a 2D array iteration. So what is the command I have to use? I have just given the array np.array 1, 2, 3 for xn array. So whenever I want to do something iteratively, I will go in for a for loop. Okay, either it could be a single dimensional array or it is going to be a two-dimensional array, and by using a for command it is going to print the output. The same extends to for a 3D array also. It is a multidimensional array. So when I give a command for x an array and print x, it is going to print the value. Thank you.